Hey everyone, this is Zach Pava with Insight Education, and this week is a busy week for rising seniors as the Common Application, the UC application, and the Coalition application have all become available. So we're going to talk today through 10 tips to help you start to fill in your applications more successfully. Number 1, have your transcripts. This does not only apply to your high school transcript with all your courses and grades from 9th grade through 11th grade, but any outside classes that you took at another high school, a class that you took at a community college during the summer, or an online class that you may have taken through BYU, for example, or NUVHS. Number 2, get family details from your parents in advance. This includes your social security number. Many students your age do not know your social security number. That's perfectly okay, but you will need them for your applications. Find out where your parents went to college. It is quite important to know if you are a legacy at a particular school. And we won't tell your parents if you don't know exactly what they do for a living in terms of their jobs, but you should find out for the purposes of the application. Number 3, add each individual test to the testing section in Common App. So whether you took the SAT or the ACT, whether you have taken a number of subject tests, and whether you've taken AP exams and passed, talk to your Insight counselor about which exams you're going to include. But it is very easy to neglect including a test and then moving on to the next section. If, for example, you list your SAT but not your SAT subject test for Math Level 2, the Common App isn't going to recognize that. A green check mark is going to appear showing that your testing section is complete if you move on. So make sure to put everything in that you are hoping to send to specific colleges. Number 4, include important activities and gather all of your hours that you participated in advance. They are going to ask you when you were part of a team, when you participated in speech and debate, how long you've been playing an instrument, and how many hours you committed to these particular activities. With the UC application, they've just made a change that students now have 500 characters to describe specific activities or awards. This is a huge upgrade from prior years, so you're going to have more space to expand on what you did and how you were involved, which is a good thing. Number 5, be consistent in your punctuation. One of the most common errors I see students make year after year is capitalizing certain words, not capitalizing other words to start a description of an activity, whether to use complete sentences or whether to write your answers more casually using commas. Whatever your choice is, be consistent. Number 6, choose the correct essay prompt. This might sound very basic, but I have seen many examples of students who paste the final essay into their application only to realize they've selected the wrong prompt that they are intending to answer. Clearly, if this got to a college before being checked, that would cause some confusion. Number 7, review the additional information section or additional comments section toward the end of the application. This is available through the Common App, through the UC app, and there are individual colleges such as University of Washington through the Coalition app that will give you a shorter space to describe additional information that they may not otherwise know about you that wouldn't be shared in your application. Discuss examples with your Insight counselor, but if you, for example, moved to a different town or switched high schools in the middle of high school, if you or a family member dear to you have been dealing with a tough health complication, or you had a death in the family, or something occurred that impacted your grades, how you did academically, as well as how you were able to get on socially and participate in activities. This is the place where you might be able to include that information, but discuss that with your counselor. Number 8, check the teacher recommender section in your application. This will not apply to the UCs or the Cal States, but it will apply, for example, to the Common application and most private schools and out-of-state colleges. You want to check how many teacher recommendation letters they require and how many they allow. Number 9, know your deadlines. This again may sound like an obvious thing, but you can put in the deadline in the application for when you plan to apply. If you have a top choice school that you are planning to apply to, for example, early decision, which is binding, you need to mark it as such. If you are applying early action, that may have a specific deadline that is different than if you were applying in the regular round late. Number 10, do not worry about what your friends are putting into their application. This is incredibly important. You want your college application to stand out, you want it to be unique to you, and you want it to convey your academic interests, your social and extracurricular interests, writing that is unique to you and shares your experience, because at the end of the day, they are assessing your profile and seeing if you would be a good fit for that particular school.